Congratulations on choosing to sell your home by owner. I'm Danny Lopez with the Danny Lopez team, and I wanted to share this video of my For Sale by Owner program that's designed to assist you as you continue to sell your home by owner. Let me tell you what this program is not. This program is not for me to pressure you to come let me view your home, then pressure you to list with me. This is a program that I developed truly to assist people selling their home by owner that want some of the tips that professional real estate agents use to market their home and expose it to the most opportune buyer. So take a few minutes as I share some things that you can do, along with some things that I can give you for free, including a list of potential buyers for your home. More importantly, how I obtain this list of buyers, and I'll leave that list with you. So let's get right to it. When selling a home, there are three areas that must be addressed. I call them the 3 Ps: presentation, promotion, and price. I'll share some internet marketing insights on things you can do to improve your chances for a successful sale. You might have your home posted on sites like Craigslist, Zillow, and ForSaleByOwner.com. If not, those are great places to start. So let's begin with presentation. With 92% of buyers searching for their home online, it's extremely important to put your best product out there from the beginning. You don't get a second chance at a first impression. When prospective buyers find your home online, you need to create an emotional connection, compelling them to want to come visit your home. Professional pictures are a must, video if possible, and maybe some light staging if necessary. You want to get started in the right direction. If you need any help with any of this, we can help. Statistics show that homes that are marketed using professional photography garner 61% more views, sell 32% faster, and for more money than those that don't. Give yourself an edge. Believe it or not, only 35% of real estate agents use professional photography. Once you've had some quality pictures done, you're ready to move on to your next marketing phase: promotion. Video, and specifically YouTube, has become an extremely effective way of expanding reach and increasing internet exposure. YouTube is the number 2 search engine, only behind Google, with 1.5 billion visitors monthly. Video increases your real estate inquiries by 403%. So even a simple YouTube video provides more opportunity for increased visibility to maximize internet presence. Facebook is just behind YouTube as the number 3 search site with 1 billion visitors monthly. You need to go where the eyes are and market your home on Facebook. You can build a custom target audience created for your listing within Facebook's marketing back office. I can help walk you through that process if needed as well. Homes are sometimes purchased by friends or family of neighbors, and that's where the open houses and flyers can help in reaching that small audience around your home. And finally, our third P, price. The most important piece of marketing a home is pricing. Make sure you have your home priced properly. You don't want to leave any money on the table, but you don't want to overprice it either. You can't rely on Zillow's estimates or any other computer-generated valuation to establish the price for your home. You can't base it on what your neighbor sold for, or the house down the street. Your home value should be established by a professional, and it requires a home visit. If you need a current market valuation, don't hesitate to call me. I'm happy to come by and provide you with a free current market valuation to ensure that you're selling at the right price. Now that you know your price, prepare yourself for negotiating. Even in a seller's market, 90% of properties sell for less than asking price. Most for sale by owner buyers have a yard sale mentality. They're looking for a deal. They don't feel they should pay full price to a for sale by owner seller because they know you're not paying a commission to sell your house, so they expect the savings. Unfortunately, you both can't benefit, so stick to your price. You can be flexible, but within reason, of course. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I have access to buyers for your home, and I'm willing to give these to you. I'm willing to actually drop off a list of buyers that you can communicate with right now that will be some of the most opportune buyers that you can talk to about buying your home. Allow me to explain how we find the buyer. When we're selling a home as a real estate agent, there are 4 sources to uncover to find these buyers for a home. These sources are categorized into 4 groups. Group 1 is a first-time home buyer and they may buy. Group 2 is a targeted list of MLS buyers. These are a must buy. Group 3 are my company buyers. And while we don't know exactly what they're going to be buying, they are in the process of getting pre-approved, and when they do, we'll sit down with them and figure out the details. Group 4, these are my personal buyers. These are buyers that I personally work with who are out actively looking for homes. Now we want to focus on groups 1 and 2, and let me tell you why. Let's look at a typical home that each group buys. Group 1, these are first-time home buyers. They're going to be buying entry-level homes and are typically looking for homes in the $150,000 to $250,000 price range. Group 2, these are repeat home buyers. We call these move up or move down buyers, and they will buy a house in various prices. Now, which group do you think most appeals to your home? That's a question you have to answer. Now, which group is easier as an agent or a homeowner to identify and reach out to? Group 1, the first-time home buyer, are the more difficult. They're not found on the MLS or multiple listing service. These buyers you have to either find on social media, possible referrals, or run ads on Google. Now, Group 2, these are repeat home buyers. These are the most opportune buyers and they're the easiest to find. They're all found on our multiple listing service or MLS. Group 2 are sellers who currently have their homes listed for sale on the MLS. Now, understanding how the MLS partners with us agents to find our Group 2 buyers, it's the best possibility for a partnership. And once I show you why, it's going to make sense. When I come meet with you, if you allow me, and again, it's not to do a listing presentation or pressure you to list with me if you want to continue selling by owner, I'm going to give you some free tools, and I will also drop off a free list of MLS buyers you can communicate with right now that are the most opportune buyers. Now, how do I develop this list of buyers, and why is this list so important to your sale? Because these buyers will be buying in the next 5 to 39 days. They are the most motivated buyers of any buyers we work with. What do MLS sellers do after selling? They become a buyer. They either move up to a more expensive home or they move down. In our area, there are over 50,000 real estate agents, and these agents are putting listings into the MLS every hour of every day. When a homeowner puts their house up for sale, what are they going to do when that home sells? You got it, they're buying a home. So what we try to do using an algorithm is to find out what type of buyer we should be going after that would make offers on your home, and we track these sellers using the MLS so we know exactly when they're ready to buy. How do we do this? We use something called a hot sheet within the MLS. Let me break down how this works for you as a seller. We start by setting up a 5-mile parameter from your house because most buyers are coming from within a 5-mile radius of your house, either moving up or moving down. This hot sheet will inform me when a listing sells their home and it goes pending and is now converted to a must-buy buyer. It informs us when new sellers come onto the market and are now targeted buyers for your home, and we monitor these homes daily to identify and match up for buyers that we bring to our sellers. These are 2 types of targeted MLS buyers, the move up buyer and the move down. Most sellers when sold either move up to a more expensive home. Some sellers when they sell will move down to a less expensive home. The more expensive home buyers are going to be the move up buyers, and they move up in the 20 to 40% increase in price. I'll go over that in a minute. The move down buyer also moves down using a 20 to 40% algorithm, and that's how we ascertain the perfect buyer for your home. Now, let's do the math to produce a list of targeted buyers. Allow me to do the math to find your targeted buyer. Let's say your home value estimate is $500,000. The top of the range at 20% is $100,000. The bottom of the range at 40% is $200,000. Your move-up buyer has a house right now that's worth between $300,000 and $400,000 according to our math. And that is going to put them in a position to move up to a $500,000 or greater home. So we're going to target in the MLS sellers who are selling their home and need to move up, and their homes are listed between $300,000 and $400,000. Now, let's do the math to find your move down buyer. For a move down buyer, top of the range is $500,000 plus $200,000 or $700,000. So using a $500,000 home example, the top of the range would be a seller who has a $700,000 home and a loan range of $600,000. So you've got a move up buyer in the $300,000 to $400,000 range for a $500,000 home, and a move down buyer in the $600,000 to $700,000 range that will be moving down, and that's your move down buyer. What we want to do is find those sellers in the MLS, target them using the hot sheets, and we'll be notified as soon as their houses go pending, and that is the buyer that is your potential buyer. Now, what's the 5-mile radius rule? A seller, when sold, becomes a target MLS buyer. So when a seller sells their home and it goes pending, that's the buyer we're going to be targeting to create your list of buyers. Most of these target MLS buyers live within a 5-mile radius of your particular home. When they buy a home, it will be within this 5-mile radius. The radius rule is a buyer strategy and not a hard fact rule. Now, let's go ahead and summarize. The 5-mile radius rule says that 17 times out of 20, a buyer will come from within a 5-mile radius, and 3 times out of 20, a buyer will be from outside the 5-mile radius, and that's how we establish our target. Now, I focus within the 5-mile radius and the majority of the sellers who go pending that now need to buy a home like yours. In the $500,000 move up example, these sellers when sold will move up to your $500,000 home. These are sellers currently selling in the $300,000 to $400,000 range and will be moving up to a more expensive home. In the $500,000 move down example, these are sellers currently selling their homes in the $600,000 to $700,000 range and will be moving down to a home that's in the $500,000 range. It's the best strategy. The MLS is the most powerful marketing system on the planet. It's the easiest way to target your buyer, and we instantly know when a seller is ready to buy because of these hot sheets. Targeted MLS buyers move up and move down. What will you do when your home is sold? Will you move up or will you move down? Are you going to buy another house or rent? If you're going to buy another house, then you'll most likely become an MLS buyer, and this is where you can help me by allowing me to represent you when you buy your next home. Did you know that buyer representation is always free to a home buyer? That's right, it's no additional cost to you. Even if you're moving and buying out of state, I can help with that as well. Thank you for allowing me these past few minutes. Please feel free to call me for your free targeted list of MLS buyers, and again, I promise I won't pressure you for your listing. My hope is that we can establish a relationship so when you do sell your house, you'll consider hiring me to represent you on the buyer side when you buy your next home. If you do decide to list with an agent, and again, I won't pressure you for it, oftentimes I can list for 1% on the selling side when I'm allowed to represent you on the buyer side. Call me at 623-738-4894. I look forward to hearing from you, and in the meantime, happy selling!